Figured I might as well film this because when I say I just sprinted out of bed, I sprinted out of bed when I heard that FedEx truck. So the wheels are here. These are the Calypso's wheels. No point in trying to decipher between the cars. I'm not going to make you guys guess. So these are the Calypso's wheels. They just got here. I'm going to unbox these bad boys, and then we are going to, well, not today. This is like, I have a lot of other stuff to do. Like, we're still in the middle of the brake booster job, just to give you guys kind of an idea of how messed up my scheduling is and stuff. So these are here. The Calypso's not even here. I'm going to grab that maybe the end of this weekend, but likely not till next weekend. And then I got to dial in the suspension, get tires, get all that jazz. I already ordered the tires. Those should be here like Monday or maybe tomorrow. I don't know. But yeah, we're going to open these bad boys up, see what they look like, and then, oh, I got to wet sand and polish them. I forgot. Yeah, I'll explain it when I open them. I still got to see these things for myself, so. Alright, so I'm a little dumb and took a picture for IG and then brought them in and forgot that I didn't film. But they're all unboxed, unwrapped. That took forever to do. Oh my god. But here they are. OZ Mito 2s. 17 by 8.5, 17 by 9.5, 5 by 120. Can't remember the offset, but I think it's pretty good for E34. These are on an E34, so you could just see. These wheels are so beautiful. They're rough, I'll give it that. I mean, not even rough, but just these lips need to be redone. Like I said, so they got some like clear coat peel and stuff. You know, they got a little dent. This is the worst thing right here, this little nick. That needs to be tigged to get that out. With a wet sand, it might, you know, come out but in reality, from what I've kind of seen in wheel repair stuff, that's going to need to be tigged and sanded and stuff. But I mean, you look at it from here, you can't even really tell. So I'm not going to notice that when I'm driving the Calypso like a maniac. This one got a decent amount of, actually, I don't think it's clear because I don't believe these would be cleared. I don't know if these have ever been opened up or not. So I can't really say for sure. I'm not, a wheel building expert. Someone else could probably answer this question for me. But I don't think they have clear coat. I think it's just a raw finish. And I think what I'm seeing here is just like the finish kind of changing in some spots versus others. So that's good because I think clear coat to get off, you got to use like the aircraft paint remover, and it's a pain in the ass. So, and then here's the other one. But they're clean. No bends, no cracks, nothing crazy like that. You can see here we got the sticker. 18th of April, 1995, I think that says. I believe that's a 5. So yeah, these are wheels from 1995, which I didn't even realize. That's actually really cool. The only other OZs I've had were the Fittipaldis I had for the E12 that I never actually ran. I sold them, and then I sold them when I realized I was selling the E12, which is tragic. But those are really cool. Those were dated like 92. It's really cool to see, like, you don't even realize how rare these are, and then you look and realize that they're, they're from the 90s. These were coming out when, these cars were coming out, and that is so cool because they are period correct, and there's a reason why they all look so good on these cars. But yeah, I'm stoked. I'm stoked to clean these up for you guys. That'll be this video. I don't know why I'm talking like that. But yeah, so I'll catch you guys in a couple days when I got to re-get my polishing supplies. Got to get my head right. Got to get my mind right because polishing wheels is not fun at all. But when we get there, we will get there, and I'll be filming it. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. So as you can see here, I got 1 done and 3 to go. So we're going to be polishing these bad boys, which entails a little bit of wet sanding. So I'm going to run you guys through how I'm going about that, do some time lapse, get a nice before and after these bad boys. You can see here, that is the after of one. This was my first shot. It could have came out a little bit better. I think my prep was a little bit lacking, and I didn't take the valve stem out, so I'm going to have to go back and do that. This one, I got the valve stem out. I realized that it's not difficult. I was scared to do it, but it was already loose, so should be fine there. But I'll give you guys some good before here. Yeah, as you can see, they need a little bit of love, and we're going to give them that love. I'm not a professional at this, but I've done it before on some throwing stars, so I should be able to get these looking decent. I kind of got two methods going here. Initially, I did that one all by hand, and it sucked. I think since I was able to get the valve stem out and there's nothing that gets in my way, I think I'm going to go ahead and jack up the rear of the 540, throw it on the one of the sides, put it in gear, and see what happens. That's the easiest way to go about wet sanding and stuff, because you just hold your hand steady as opposed to, you know, a lot of work. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, see if I can get it going. I don't think I have an assistant, so I'm not sure. I can't recall if this car will roll when it's in gear without someone giving it gas. So we'll see. So what you're going to want for all this is going to be 320 grit, 800 grit, 1000 grit, 1500 grit, and 2000 grit sandpaper. Basically that range of sandpaper. And then some polishing wheels. I don't really use that stuff. A drill. And then I got two types of polishing wheels here. And then a bucket with some water for the wet sand, because we're wet sanding, not dry sanding. And there goes my carbon monoxide alarm. So I come to find that this does in fact work. Put the car in gear and it'll roll. Not fast, but should get the job done. Oh, and I forgot the most important part when I was showing you guys what we need. Mother's mag and aluminum polish. This is the stuff I've always used. Great results. I don't want to go ahead and say this is like the best and the only option. A lot of people have their different products they prefer, but this stuff is good stuff. So this is what I picked up. This is what I use. Got the drill ready. We're going to go ahead and hit this. And look at that. That's hot. I just went ahead and actually did the whole thing on the car. I didn't run the car, but it's nice to be able to spin it in a solid surface. So yeah, this lip has a lot of corrosion on it, and it might be hard to pick up on camera, but you can definitely see it. It definitely adds a lot of like splotchiness and makes it kind of a pain to polish. I think that's just unfortunately just what I kind of have to deal with these old lips. I don't think there's really a way to go deeper. When I go onto the front set, and I do this again probably not tomorrow, probably the day after, I'm gonna go more with 150. So the first one I polished, I started at 320 and I did it all by hand. This one did it on the car, so a little bit more aggressive. And I started at 150. I only did a couple runs on 150, then I went to 320. But those fronts, I think I'm going to start at 150 and really kind of hammer it with 150. I really don't think there's too far down sanded. I'm not worried about that, so I'm going to really hit it. I'm almost positive the corrosion, once it's there, it's there. But I'll see if I can, you know, get those looking any better. I think this was the worst lip, so it makes sense that kind of the final outcome wasn't beautiful. But I mean, if you look at it from right here, it looks perfect. I mean, the Calypso in of itself is ugly and you know, not the cleanest. This is actually the worst side of this car too. I got trim coming off. I got that sand mark there, that bumper. This thing needs a lot of love. All right, we're back at it another day, and you can see here we're using the beater. I was just gonna go to the 540, and then I realized, why would I run this thing? I mean, because you gotta idle it for, I mean, a good 30 minutes at least per wheel. And I was like, why do that to my poor B40 here that I actually care about and drive? Why not just let this thing run? Not that it's a big deal, but I just, you know, why put the wear on this bad boy when I can just run this thing? So you can see this beauty. I actually had the car up and I had that wheel on the other side, and I found that with the open diff, that side doesn't spin, only this side. So I had to switch it over. So we're back over here, got the bucket, got the sandpaper, we're ready to go. I got the leaking gas tank. That's I'm gonna have to get a bucket for that really quick before I start, but the smell is bad, the exhaust leak's annoying, this sucks, but easier than doing it by hand. Usually I would start with 320, but I'm actually gonna start with 150 because I'm starting to think that these lips actually have clear on them, and you're supposed to use aircraft remover, but that also means that your face is gonna lose its paint, and I'm not refinishing my face, and I don't wanna take these apart. So I'm just gonna kind of just send it. The other ones came out decent, so we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna let it rip with some 150, and then we'll kind of go from there. We're going on to 320 now. That 150 is about done, and I'm worried I'm sanding down my lips too far. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and move on to the 800. I went really crazy with the 320 to try to get as much of, you know, whatever, clear coat or whatever it is on there off. I did a pretty good job. I don't really know like when you should, like when you're like how you're supposed to know to go to the next one. I'm kind of sending it. You know, you go until it's smooth, and obviously you've hit all the areas. It gets quicker. 320 is the one you want to spend the most time on. That's the one that's doing most of the work. Everything after that is just getting out the marks of the 320. So that's the one you spend the most time on, obviously. And then from there, it speeds up. All right, and now we're moving on to 1,000. All right, 1,500. Now it's getting quicker. I'm just gonna do a really quick strip at the 1,500, then 2,000, finish it up, and then we're gonna start polishing. All right, so we're done wet sanding. I got it dried off, and now we're gonna polish. So usually I would use like this attachment, but I actually found that I went to AutoZone and grabbed this, I think it's Mother's polishing ball thingy. Works really well. So I've just been using this, covers more area, really enjoying this thing. Use that with the Milwaukee and the Mother's, and it's a solid combo. I think I already talked about that, but yeah, I'm gonna time lapse that real quick. You know what I do for that is just grab a microfiber, apply the polish by hand, rub it in a little bit, and then hit it with the drill, then move to the next portion and the next portion. So yeah, these lips, I really don't know, man. It looks like they have like clear coat on them, but it's inconsistent, so I mean you'd feel it. So I really don't know if it's just corrosion that's gotten into the metal over the years or what. Like I know that's corrosion, but like I don't understand like what these are. So if you guys are avid in refinishing wheels, let me know where my mistake was. Alright, and there you have it. That one is all finished, nice and shiny, polished. Came out very good. I'm happy about that. So now we just got one left. Let me get through here. We just got this last front one, which is actually probably the nicest condition one out of all four of them. I think the one I just did was actually the worst. That and one of these two was really bad. So this one should be pretty easy, but this one actually has a fair amount of rash, and this is the one with that big dip. So that won't get perfect without being TIG welded, but we're gonna get this thing looking decent. So I'm not gonna film and make you guys sit through more time lapse. I really don't think it would benefit anyone to see all that. So yeah, I'm gonna do this one real quick, grind it out, and then all of them will be done, and then we'll go get tires. That won't be today. I don't know even know if I'll put that in this video, to be honest. I might just keep this to finishing them, and then we'll do the tires and the suspension when we put them on the car. We'll make that all one video. So I'll put all these clips in and see how long it is. If it's short, then yeah, you know the drill. So, and if you guys were curious, if anyone's looking at this for, like they have these wheels. So this is the valve stem. Oh God, let me see if I can focus here. So this is the OZ valve stem right here. And if you guys don't know how it is, it's this 11 millimeter nut. And then this goes on the barrel side, so it sticks up, and then 11 millimeter nut, and that's it. Pull that out, hammer it out, and it's as easy as that. There's a little like nylon and then a washer there, so that's how it goes. I was scared at first, but it's easy. And voila, there we have it. All four OZs are polished up. The last one, which is this one, actually came out the best. Like I said, going in, it was the best conditioned lip. So, again, I'm not really sure if it's a clear coat thing that I missed or if it's just a corrosion old lip thing. This one is by far came out the worst. There's a lot of like splotchy marks. This one only has a few, and I mean it's almost like perfect, which sucks because this is the one that has the big nick in it. So that sucks. But yeah, it came out really well. I also sanded this one really hard. So I don't know, it could have been a mix of me not sanding enough, being lazy, but like I said, look at them from here, those look great. From here, they're gonna look great. Anything better than this crap. So I'm stoked. Can't wait to go get these tires mounted. Maybe I'll try to do that tomorrow. Might be the next day. I don't know. And I also don't know if it's gonna be in this video. As of right now, not sure if this will be the end of this video or if we'll pick up when we're putting them on the car. We'll see if this is the end. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned for putting these on the Calypso. Peace.